Check it out, it's your boy Bush. Let's talk about it. Trap Lord Ross emboldened these dudes to go crazy. Ever since Trap Lord Ross dropped that serial killer King Von, then he doubled back with the young boy killer shit. Now, these bloggers are going insane, these YouTubers. They not a part of the community. They wouldn't understand. You know, the crazy part is anything else, any other subject, it doesn't matter what subject, anything else, no one will listen to somebody speaking on it unless they knew, unless they were a part of it, unless they studied it, you know. But with hip hop, anybody could jump on YouTube and speak. When it comes to the ghetto and the hoods, anybody could jump on YouTube and speak. Anybody. I'm speaking on Swamp Stories. Somehow when he's reporting on the inner city, it's the swamp. So he calls it Swamp Stories. That's what I'm talking about right now. We know nothing about these people. We know nothing about this dude. At least Trap Lord Ross, you know, he put his name out. He put his face out. But this dude, Swamp Stories, he want to stay secretive, hiding. He don't want to put out a name for himself. He just want to represent Swamp Stories. That's some sneaky shit. You can't really trust that. Now, this dude had the gall to drop a video on Boosie and call him Boosie Rap's first serial killer, as if he knows who really Rap's first serial killer is. Let me ask y'all a question. To be a serial killer, what's the definition of a serial killer? I thought it was somebody that's actually doing the crime, somebody that's actually doing the killing, somebody that's addicted to killing. Don't get me wrong, Boosie was accused of, you know, paying somebody to pull off hits. I don't think that's a serial killer though. He was accused of these crimes, he was acquitted of these crimes. Tasha K, a black blogger, YouTuber or whatever, had some things to say about Cardi B that came out to be not true. Guess what Cardi B did? Sued the shit out of her. That case is still ongoing, so we ain't gonna talk about it. But Tasha K looked like she losing bad. My point is, why is it okay for this Swamp Stories fuckboy to go ahead and put out that video for money, accusing of another man of being a serial killer, accusing a family man that got kids, accusing him being a serial killer when he's a family man. He was acquitted of these charges. Why is it okay for this dude to do that, but it's not okay for Tasha K to do that? That shit that Tasha K accused Cardi B of doesn't even measure up in no way to the shit that this dude is accusing Boosie of. This Swamp Story dude is basically a dirty, rotten scoundrel, culture vulture to the 10th power, a disgusting person, a disgusting human being. He's seen what Trap Lord Ross did, like I said, with the King Von shit, the serial killer, and he jumped right on. What we have here is a filthy human being, an opportunist, a person that doesn't care about the shit he's reporting with. Now, against my will, I watched that Swamp Story episode with Boosie. I watched most of it. And if you look at it, you think Vlad is bad. This Swamp Stories dude is a real piece of shit. I would love to meet him, grab him by the face and beat the shit out of him. I want to really hurt this dude. I ain't gonna lie, I really do. I want to fucking hurt him. He obviously was a kid, you know, who was never accepted by the culture that he wanted to be accepted by for whatever reasons. He just wasn't cool. So he found a way to get into this culture, get paid off of this culture, remain anonymous, and pull sneaky, underground, under the table tactics. He speaks on Boosie and his relationship with his brother as if that has something to do with being a so-called allegedly serial killer. And if you watch it, Boosie, he kind of explained the situation with his brother, and he said that his brother forged a signature, but he also said he let his brother forge signatures in the past. As soon as he said that, this Swamp Stories asshole piece of shit went immediately and said, oh, Boosie just admitted to a federal crime. Now, I read the comments, y'all just supporting this bullshit. Y'all fucking with it. Y'all are just entertained by the content, even though he's totally criminalizing somebody, saying nothing but lies, and creating a whole narrative that's not true. Matter of fact, he's creating a narrative that was, you know, by the courts. The court said the shit ain't true, but he's still running with it. He calling this dude hip-hop's first serial killer. Y'all know how serious that shit is, man. As you watch it, you're not convinced. Swamp Stories, show your face, show your name, tell where you from, speak on yourself before we go entrusting into you. That's what smart people should do. You should go do research on the person that you want to sit there and listen to and believe all the bullshit stories that he's spewing out. He's a scumbag, piece of shit. You would, remember the old tabloids back in the day that sensationalized everything, that really was making a killing off of lies and bullshit? That's what's going on now with YouTube. You got Trap Lord Raw, Swamp Stories. I could keep going on and on. 1090 Jake. All these scumbags are like the tabloids back in the day. I got $1,000 right now for anybody. It's a challenge right now. Anybody who could find some footage from one of these pig culture vultures that I mentioned, these scumbag pieces of shits, anything positive about the areas and the communities they talking about. He called it Swamp Stories because that's what he think of it, the swamp. He puts on his real theatrical voice because he's so fascinated and infatuated with the so-called swamp. But you'll never find nothing positive. People tell me, oh, they're just reporting what's going on. We don't give them nothing to report. They won't have nothing to report. Guess what? They making money off of this. You don't give them nothing to report, they're going to make up some stuff to report. Like they doing now, basically. They making up shit. See, badass, hip-hop first serial killer. I bet you won't say that shit to his face. Real journalists take it back to the Geraldo days. Get some balls, say this shit to his face. If you're a real journalist, grow some balls. Say your name, show your face, and say shit to people's face. Take it back to the Geraldo days. Remember what happened to Geraldo? He got punched in his fucking nose. They broke his nose. But he had balls. You piece of shit, you little slimy rat. You want to hide behind your little YouTube and be hiding. That ain't real journalism. You're a scumbag. You're a piece of shit. And you need some hands put on you. You really do. You need hands put on you, you piece of shit. You know, in these swamps, in these communities, we have a lot of issues. Have a lot of problems which are systematic, but that's another issue. We got a lot of problems, but guess what? These communities you making money off of, that you making all your money off of, sitting somewhere up, sitting pretty, getting your money every month. Instead of doing shit to just hurt us all the time, to hurt the community, why don't you try doing some shit to help too? You piece of shit. If I ever meet you, if I ever find you, you're gonna get your issue. This your boy Bush, had to get that off my chest.